Alright guys, it's Shalon with the Paradox Gaming Network, and today I want to talk about all the changes that have been made to the Naval Arenas, because this arena is now way more fun. It's actually PvP based and orientated, instead of the old way where it was like a PvE event with 3 other teams where you scooped souls and then avoided everybody for the duration of the arena. Now, a lot of people are going to say, Jalon, are you qualified to talk about the Naval Arena? I think I'm qualified to talk about the Naval Arena. It was a hard fight to claw up to the #1 position, but I wanted to do it so I could say I have success at this, and so I'm going to share that success with you. Now, the arena has totally changed. It used to be a fixed set of 100 souls, plus or minus the ones that were behind the barrier. So it was like you knew there were 100 souls, and then depending on which Dahuda's barriers were broken down, if there was a ghost ship behind it, you'd pick up 10 extra souls. So you could figure out, the scoring of the game. The scoring used to go something like, okay, with like 5 minutes left, I have 70 souls. Nobody else, the combined score of everybody else can't get to 70. All I got to do is hide, and I'm going to win. It doesn't work like that anymore. Now your score is based on points. Each soul you scoop gives you a point. And your ship soul count will not match your score, which is a good thing because however many souls you're carrying reduces your speed. But this does create a situation where you can mass replicate souls and just crank points out. I'm going to show you that in a video a little bit later. You also get 20 points when you destroy an enemy ship. Now, I know what people are going to say, Jalon, it's damn near impossible to destroy enemy ships in Naval Arena because unless you have the Ezzy's buff. And that's not true anymore. Lots of changes. We're going to talk about that. The other cool thing that they changed was you used to go back to 0 souls when your ship got blown up. Like everything you collected just sat there on the field, and it could be like 10 seconds left, you get popped, and you go from first place to 4th. Now you only lose half your points, which is a huge change, especially if you know what you're doing. You can get out to a huge point lead, and then if you're a good driver and you have a good crew, you can lock in your win very, very early on in the match. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you some footage, and I'm going to John Madden this. I'm going to talk about it. Now, as you can see, what I'm talking about, old school method scoring. Someone's going to look at this and they're going to say, 3 minutes left, 11 souls on the board. Here we go. We got Morpheus and everyone's real close. So that means I got to stay in the fight. I got to stay in the fight because if any of these teams pops any of the other teams, picks up their souls, they're all going to jump ahead of me. Now, I'm going to slide the bar because we could watch this, but it's going to get kind of long and boring. Now, you're going to see the standard tick or two, people pick up a soul or two. And right here, you see this number jumps to 36 souls. Now, what has happened here is 2 ships have bumped into each other, and their souls are floating above the ship. And then when they re-scoop them, the number of souls available is going to go down, but their points are going to go up more than the souls that were remaining. So, as you can see, these numbers are switching. Now, I was in first place with 3 minutes left, and I'm about to, here we go. Right there. You see, with 51 seconds left, there's only 4 souls left on the board, and every team has passed me. Under the old method, that shouldn't have been possible. Only 1 team should have been able to pass me. Now I'm going to let this play and watch what happens to my score. So there I am in 4th place, and there is the 3rd place team right in front of us. And as I cram into them, you see all the flashing of my ship, and I just jumped into 1st. My souls are floating above the deck because I'm colliding with something. And as I'm hitting my own souls back, I'm getting points. You'll notice that my soul count up here isn't going up. I'm not picking up clean souls. I'm just grinding my own soul over and over and over again. Now, over here on the left of my ship, the souls have gotten away, which is absolutely what I don't want to have happen. But because I still have 6 on my ship, those ones floating, let's stop right, let's rewind, right here. These ones right above my deck, since those are still floating, I'm still duping souls. Now, I don't know if this was the intended mechanic, but this is certainly how the arena is playing out. Now, as you can see, that was a close match. We ended up taking first, but like I said, 3 minutes left, and the old school style, when we get to 12 souls on the board, in first place with 3 minutes left, only one of these teams should have been able to overtake me under the old rules. Again, as you see, there was a point where we were in jeopardy right there. Less than a minute left. We're now in 4th place, and we haven't been destroyed. So this bumping and duping thing with the souls, really important thing for you to know. Make sure you're bumping in a way that your souls are above the deck, and you're continuously scooping them, and that the other team or one of the other 2 teams isn't shooting on your main deck and stealing your souls from you. Now, the other really huge change is that everybody always complained about the Naval Arena that if you got Ezzy's Pride, it made you like unstoppable. Your ship was an insta-pop ram. You had rapid fire cannons. So it was always the on-running joke of purple ahead, purple to your left, purple to your rear. You were calling out the purple boats. Well, I like the change they made. They broke the Ezzy's Pride buff into 2 buffs. Now there's Roanoke's Courage, which that gives you the ram benefit, and that multiplies your ship's collision by 10, and it can kill Cetus upon collision. So that buff is, you got to watch out for that buff. If that boat bumps into you, it's going to pop you. And then you've got Athbot's Faith, which dramatically reduces the damage dealt to the ship and the ship's components. You can survive Chardbra's Slam. You can be right in the middle of the Maelstrom for the full duration of this buff, and you'll take maybe 50 damage over the whole time. The Comet can use its speed boost without hit point loss when you're under this buff. So that radically changes the mechanics of how that works. Usually the Comet saves that speed boost for safe waters because somebody has to be able to repair. So those boats can be zipping around pretty fast with this buff. The Ezzy's Pride buff still exists. It's just rapid fire cannons now. You do not have the ram. And then you have the Boatswain's Wisdom, the yellow buff. It will restore all components back to full health, but it will not restore a destroyed component. So big thing, make sure that when you hit this, make sure your figurehead is up. I see a lot of people don't realize their figurehead isn't going to get restored. Plus the ghost ship, the 10 souls in the ship, that still exists. So now, instead of it being a 1/3 chance of you getting the buff that's going to make you God for 3 minutes, now it's a 20% chance of you getting a buff that's really going to change how your playstyle's going. Up next, the storyboard's empty, guys. If you need something, have a question, leave a comment, let me know. I'm going to be doing a lot more videos. But I don't have anything planned. I kind of got to wait for some feedback from some people so I know where to take the next video. Take care, guys, and I really want to see more people queuing up for this arena. Hey, you. Yes, you. Yeah, you. I'm talking to you. Hit that subscribe button. Watch a couple of more videos. Go check out our website.